then this last week, we got an earnings call from Nvidia that just blew like the expectations away.
Let's look at this.
Nvidia also, the trading buddies, like, it was trying to tell me to do this. I wasn't paying attention to Nvidia. If I had been watching this chart, oh man, I would have probably acted on the bull print as soon as I saw the strength band flip there to green. So and that's how far does it go up from there, from that print to where it is now?
So I marked this out for us. So we had this like bull print in November.
Damn.
Last year. Actually.
Yeah. Oh, and again, notice how overbought we are, and all of that upward movement. I don't even know how much percent that. It looks like over 100% or something. Like all of it while we're overbought. So it's a good takeaway.
That is insane. So it's
144.
Like 145%. After we got a bull trend for weekly.
Yeah.
The Maxi trading buddy. Let's look at it. You can see actually if you change the daily, you kind of like cut the bottom too.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is insane. It's 145% up.
Yeah, that's huge. And just a couple months. Also, like the print, like notably, even if you go back to the daily, since the weekly has been pretty clean. I have to admit, I bias my opinion quite a bit on the weekly charts, but even on the daily, if you look, like it caught this move on the daily well before this latest earnings call, well before you had multiple weeks to fill your bags here before that massive gap up.
And you can see how the price has just been like pretty much bouncing on the band, which is awesome.
Yeah, very bullish. So we don't want to see stuff start closing. And you can see before that area that you've circled, we were very much bouncing in the opposite direction, where the band was acting as the resistance.
Like, sort of rejected.
Yeah, and then you had a little divergence there before getting like pushed a little lower again, and then when it flipped over, and then similarly you had a divergence at the end of that circle, just below for a minute, but then that would be the SR flip, basically what we saw last week, happening right there. So there's where the SR flipped, and then following that we got probably about another 100% up from there.
Yeah, like from here. Let's see what we got now. Yep. Oh, actually, it's
140. That's fantastic. Like 1,000% I'd be acting on that bull print, and I'd be giving that quite a bit of weight, because at that point the daily is printing bull and the weekly is printing bull, and that's where
and we got a green band to match the bull print.
Yeah,
and that's when that's usually the time to go.
I'm kind of kicking myself for not having been paying attention to Nvidia, especially because it's a company that's very on my radar too. Like I have all my graphics cards are from Nvidia. I love their like software they put out. I love, and I'm a big fan of their whole AI. They're introducing like new AI kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll take a quick breakdown here. There's two main metrics that really drove this earnings call for Nvidia, and those metrics are going to be obviously the company's revenue, which the projection for the revenue was $6.5 billion, was the expectations, 6.52 billion, and the actual reported revenue for this earnings call was 7.19. So almost like was at 0.67, so that's $670 million outperforming a projection on the revenue. So that's already that's huge. And then of course the other main metric that people are going to be pointing to and looking for as investors is earnings per share, and the earnings per share projection would have been 92 cents per shareholders per share of earnings here on this earning call, and the reality was $1.09. So again, beat the earnings per share. That's huge, because we projection at 92 cents that's pretty solid. If you're making 92 cents per share, but like to push that to $1.09, that's like what 17% more. Like that's a huge margin, to be outperformed by. And then of course all the buzz and the excitement around the new announcement of their AI technology that they're working on. I think everybody's kind of getting really into AI. more and more. The tech sector is definitely heavily backing that technology. And, it brings a lot of hype, and hype brings a lot of speculators to speculate on the potential value of all this, new technology. And that certainly helps drive these prices. I mean, we're seeing it right here on this chart. I'm looking at 146% climb in a couple months.
Yeah.
And that's not like some startup, this is Nvidia.
No,
yeah.
this is like crazy.
That's like,
Stocks.
that's a huge run. And that's definitely, helping us see the QQQ is pushing much more aggressively. It's because, it weights these kind of shares much more heavily than the SPY.
Yeah, because like before Nvidia, like Apple had, which we looked at in an earlier video, like Apple had good earnings, Microsoft.
Yeah, also very good
so
earnings.
All these tech companies have been doing pretty well this quarter, and that's pushed up the QQQ a lot.
Yeah.
Once again, you can see how clean the indicator has been. It's called the Maxi trading buddy. That's